Hey everybody, your old pal JW here with another horror quickies. Today we are going to do Massacre Academy with Felicia Rose and David Sheridan. 2 years after the brutal attacks by Carney the Clown, played by David Sheridan, you know him as Doofy from Scary Movies, and he was also in Victor Crowley. Survivor Chris McNeil, played by Jess Oler. If I mispronounced it, I apologize. Struggles to pick up the pieces with the help of her younger sister Maggie, played by Sierra Mitchell, and therapist Dr. Shane, played by Ashley Rain. She vows to heal. However, as in most horror movies, it's never really over. However, when a new series of murders kicks off and threatens to haunt Orstown State once more, Chris must decide to either run from her past or face off against Carney once more in the ultimate cat and mouse game. This time, the final exam is murder. Okay, as you guys know, once in a blue moon, what I like to do is put a Facebook post in which I request if anybody recommends any independent films. Mostly I'm asking for ones that are distributed by the filmmaker themselves. But you know, I kind of do it because I want to try to put a spotlight, and I want to review movies that aren't easily accessible sometimes, or not on like a streaming platform. Xander Goldman got a hold of me in Messenger, and he had said that, hey, I got this movie, I'm gonna send it to you. So I appreciate you very much, Xander Goldman, for sending me a copy of Massacre Academy. Thank you very much. The film is written and directed by Mark Cantu. First impressions, I loved it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I put this movie in not really knowing what to expect other than what I read in the back, and that it's obviously a slasher film, but I have to tell you, this is a slasher film on rocket fuel. The film really impresses. Dave Sheridan is pretty much in the beginning of the sequence, and I kind of like the weird like interview kind of thing they did with him, and he looks so damn creepy. This is one of those Guess Who the Killer Is films, and I thought the mystery was pretty good. The movie basically is, the stars is, as stated, the character Christy McNeil and her sister Maggie. You know, Maggie kind of is flirting with the idea of joining a sorority, it looks like, and Jess pretty much kind of stands to herself, but it's understandable given what she did. Now, I'll be honest with you, I had to check to see if there was a first film, because this one, the interesting about this film is it plays like a sequel because they talk about the events that happened. By the way, I forgot to mention this movie takes place in Orstown, 1987. So I guess the massacre happened in 85, so I forgot to mention that. As I stated, I'm a huge fan of this retro 80s films. Now, I'll be honest with you, contrary to popular belief, I don't like every film that I watch. I don't. I really like the retro 80s type slasher film that are coming out, like Cruel Summer, Slasherette Party. I gave those both glowing reviews because they're done well. This one's no exception. This is probably one of the more action-packed slasher films I've seen. I really like the camera work, especially during the chase scenes. Thought the plot was really well done. I thought actress Jess Oler did very good as the surviving final girl into a repeat of what had happened. There's not really a lot for me to criticize because the film, here's the thing, the film does a wonderful job of showing you, I hate to use the term 80s cheesiness, that had that 80s vibe and have that humorous comments. It's not a comedy, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is this movie is scary and it's very fast paced, and I enjoyed it very much. But there is like that little bit of like 80s slasher humor, but it doesn't overpower the film at all. And in fact, it's in brilliant places. Brilliant places. My only minor thing I could possibly say is some of the blood effects I felt could have been better, but it's so minor I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. It's just like there's this huge scene with a sorority house. I mean, this, don't get me wrong, most slasher films, as you know, the killer kind of appears out of the shadow, he knocks people off one on one. This dude literally walks up to the door and says, "Hi, I'm here to kill you all," and proceeds to do it. Yeah. Lot of good build-up. They're able to get the backstory in without doing flashbacks. Some films, when they do it in this mode where something has already happened, they'll do flashbacks, they'll do something at the beginning. This film, Mark Cantu chose to do this like interview segment to show you. You see the interview with the killer, Dave Sheridan, with Felissa Rose playing a reporter, and you get little comments from people. You have Sean Phillips, who has a small cameo, and I love that little thing he says, "I'm not going to school, it's a Massacre Academy." I think you guys like it. If you're a fan of the whole 80s retro type slasher film, I think you guys like this. I think Mark Cantu did a very good job on this as he wrote and directed it. Like I said, some of the blood effects I thought could have been better, but it's like minor. Majority of the gore scenes are really good. If you like great kills, if you are into the blood, like I always say, I'm kind of more into the story, and I did think the story was spot on, direct, and I didn't feel like there was any filler in this film, because you know sometimes they have little scenes like pontification, you know, relationship stuff, which I'm not against. It's just I felt like this movie was very streamlined, which is what I mean by rocket fuel. But like I said, the dude he's a killing machine. Now, I basically received this from Xander Goldman. Thank you again very much, man. Appreciate it. And I highly recommend it. In fact, to be honest with you, after I'm done with the show, I may just put it in the machine and watch it again. I'm kind of like wordless now, aren't I? Anyways, I just want to make a note that yes, I know I've been behind schedule. For those of you that don't know, I work a rotational job where I'm like, you know, working like double shifts for like a whole like 3 weeks or so, sometimes a month, and then I have some time off. So you know, so I kind of, when I do these videos, I kind of do it in between, and I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying that I'm going to do my best to catch up to the reviews that I promised to some filmmakers, and then I'm going to do another post and ask for some more recommendations. Anyways, one little last bit plug. If you like my channel, please like or subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. And I will see you guys on the next Horror Quickies.